Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you my sweet and salty cookie bars. So picture a chocolate chip cookie filled with a couple extra ingredients into a bar shape. They're phenomenal, and trust me when I tell you, they are so versatile. Everybody loves them, and you really can't go wrong with what you add to them. To start, you'll need just very basic ingredients like all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, brown sugar, granulated sugar. You'll need some eggs and butter, and this is when you can be playful. I like using some chocolate chips, and these are semi-sweet, salted peanuts, and salted pretzels that you've crushed so that they're all in little bite-sized pieces. Some of them are like rubbles, some of them are like sand, so it just adds to that salty, crunchy bite. Now you can do this a million different ways. You could put some toasted coconut in there, mixture of nuts, whatever your heart desires. This just happens to be one of my favorite combinations because it's like, I just like anything that's sweet and salty, and I love chocolate chip cookies, so I figured you couldn't go wrong. And of course, we'll need to add some vanilla extract as always in any sort of cookie dough or batter or anything like that. So the first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 350. I have an 8x8-inch baking pan here that I have sprayed with nonstick spray, and I have some parchment paper here. Now you want to make sure, just to make your life a little easier, make sure the parchment comes up the sides. That way all you have to do is lift the cookie dough once it's cooled, you know, the bars, and then just cut them into your desired size. So it makes things a little bit easier. Let's get started. I'm going to make my standing mixer, but the world's your pickle, do what you want. I have some unsalted butter here. It's supposed to be at room temperature. I'm not gonna lie, I popped it in the microwave for a few seconds just to get it a little bit more soft, and it started to melt on me, but it's gonna work perfect. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna make a fuss. I'm gonna put it all into my bowl. Put in both kinds of sugar, and I'm just gonna cream these together until, until it's incorporated. Then that's all. I'm just going to add my eggs and my vanilla, and I'm going to let that go until those are incorporated really well. You can do this with a bowl, a whisk, and a spatula, but I figured I have the mixer, might as well use it. All right, I'm just going to stir my salt into my flour. I'm just going to do that for like 6 seconds. And then I'm going to put that in there and then mix it in until the flour is combined. It'll take less than a minute. You never want to overwork flour unless it's like a bread dough, because you don't want to activate the gluten and therefore making your batter, your cookies, your brownies, whatever it is, it makes them really tough. When it comes to bread, you want to activate the gluten. When it comes to, doughs like this, cookie dough, batters and whatnot, you don't. So that's almost there. And now that it's just about there, I'm going to add in my chocolate chips. You can use milk chocolate chips, you can use semi-sweet chocolate chips, you can use dark chocolate chips. It's all up to you. And then I'm going to add in my peanuts and my pretzels, and then mix it in just for a second. That looks amazing, and it smells almost like peanut butter because we've got those peanuts in there. But of course, like I mentioned, you can change things up a million and one ways. If you've got some dried cherries, by all means. If you want to put raisins, go for it. It's all up to you. I'm doing a sweet and salty version today, but I will share different versions of these with you soon. If you want a specific version, if you've got something you want to see in a, in a little cookie bar, then let me know. I'm just going to flatten this with my spatula and get it as even as I can. That looks good. I'm going to pop this into the oven at 350 between 25 and 30 minutes, or until it's beautiful golden brown. Let them cool completely, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. My bars were in the oven for around 30 minutes, and I have let them cool completely, which was really important. Otherwise, they're going to just crumble apart. They'll still be delicious, but they're not going to be able, you won't be able to cut them. And this is the beauty of parchment. First of all, it's going to release really easy. I already know it. This is the beauty about cutting the parchment so it comes up a little bit high. Slip it right out. And we can cut that off. And then you can cut this into however many pieces you want. I'm just going to cut this in half. If you smell this, you would understand my excitement. It's just like a giant chocolate chip cookie with some extra goodness in there. Now they're not by any means straight, but who cares? Just going to put these. But look at them. Look at that. You can see the peanuts. You can see the chocolate chips. They just look incredible. I'm going to go right in because this is going to be delightful. I'm going to go for this piece right here because I can see the peanut, I can see the chocolate chip, and I can see the pretzel all over here. That is phenomenal. That is a winner. I mean, look at that. I just love that. Oh, that's a pretzel. It's salty and it's sweet. It's salty and it's sweet. That's a perfect balance. If you love chocolate chip cookies, if you love peanut butter things, if you love sweet and salty things, if you like all things awesome, you will go to laurainthekitchen.com to get this recipe. So incredible. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.